Hey everyone, welcome back to Olinsi Traveling. If you're new here, this channel is all about real truck driver life across the US and Canada. I show you truck stops, parking setups, fuel islands, and what to expect before you pull in. If that helps you on the road, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications. It really supports the channel. Today we're in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at Love's Travel Stop, and this one has something not every location has: a truck wash right on site. Let's take a look. This Love's is located in Sioux Falls, a major stop along I-90 and regional freight routes. Right away, it feels like a busy, high-traffic location, easy highway access, wide entry, and a layout that's designed to handle steady truck flow. But there are a few things here you'll want to be aware of, especially if you're arriving late. Let's talk parking. There's a decent number of truck spaces here, and the layout itself is manageable. Not overly tight, not confusing, fairly standard for a Love's. However, one issue stands out: lighting. Parts of the parking area are noticeably darker than others. At night, that can make backing and maneuvering more difficult, especially if the lot is already filling up. So if you're coming in after dark, take your time. Use extra caution. Watch for pedestrians and other drivers. Use your mirrors carefully. It's manageable, just something to be aware of. Fuel islands here are what you'd expect from Love's. High-flow diesel pumps keep things moving, and DEF is available at the pump. There's enough space between lanes for comfortable movement, even during busier hours. Because this is a high-traffic stop, you may see some waiting during peak times, but overall flow stays pretty efficient. Now here's a major plus: the blue beacon truck wash right on site. Having a truck wash directly at the same location is a big advantage. No need to drive somewhere else after fueling. If your rig needs a wash after long miles, bad weather, or dusty routes, this makes it easy. Keep in mind, there can be a line during busy times. Timing matters if you're on a tight schedule. But overall, it's a strong feature that adds real value to this stop. There's a separate car fueling area, which helps keep traffic flowing. For car travelers and RVs, this location works just as well: easy access and full service setup. And with the truck wash nearby, it's also a functional stop for keeping vehicles clean on long trips. Inside, the store is clean, organized, and what you'd expect from Love's. You'll find showers, restrooms, snacks and drinks, hot food options, driver essentials. Even though the parking lighting has its issues, the interior is well maintained and comfortable. Food options are convenient and easy to access. Whether you're grabbing something quick or taking a short break, everything is set up for efficiency. After dealing with a busy lot or long drive, it's a solid place to reset for a bit. So here's the honest breakdown: good location, blue beacon truck wash on site, solid fuel setup, clean interior. Downsides: parking lighting could be better, busy during peak hours. Overall, it's a strong stop with one noticeable weakness. Let's talk a bit more about strategy when stopping at a place like this, especially if you're running late hours. Because this location gets busy, and the lighting isn't the best in some areas, timing really matters. If you can plan your stop earlier in the evening, you'll have a much easier time finding a good parking spot with better visibility. Once it gets later, not only does the lot fill up, but the darker areas become more noticeable, and that's when backing in can take more time and focus. One thing I always recommend at stops like this is to do a quick slow loop. When you arrive, take a minute to scan the lot, check where the better lit areas are, and choose your spot before committing. That can save you from having to reposition later. Also, pay attention to how other drivers are parked. In tighter or darker sections, spacing isn't always perfect, so giving yourself extra room when backing in can make a big difference. Stops like this are important because of where they're located. Sioux Falls sits along major freight routes, so having a place where you can fuel, clean your truck, and rest all in one spot saves time on the road. Even with the lighting issue, the overall functionality of this stop makes it a solid option when planning your route through South Dakota. Now back to the Blue Beacon truck wash, because having it on site is a big advantage, but timing matters here too. If you hit it during peak hours, you might end up waiting longer than expected, so if you're planning to wash your truck, it's worth thinking ahead. Some drivers prefer to fuel first, then check the wash line, or park and go later when it slows down. If you time it right, you can fuel, wash, and park all in one stop, which is actually very efficient. Alright, that's Loves in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. If you've stopped here before, drop your experience in the comments, especially about parking at night. If you enjoy real truck stop reviews, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to Olinsi Traveling. More stops across the US and Canada coming your way. Drive safe, and I'll see you at the next stop.